Today's topic is the law of conservation of mass. This is the last topic of your first chapter, matter. The law of conservation of mass, this law states that mass can neither be created nor destroyed. The mass of a substance remains the same during the change. Okay, so that means you can't create mass, you can't destroy the mass. In other words, the total mass remains conserved in any physical or chemical change. For example, if an ice cube is melted, the water we get will have the same mass as that of the ice cube. No mass will be created or destroyed in the change of a state of a solid to liquid. So this is our experience with everyday life. Now there is an activity in your syllabus, and with the help of this activity we can verify the law of conservation of mass. Aim to verify the law of conservation of mass, and for this activity we need some materials, and these are barium chloride solution, and definitely this solution will be in water as a solvent, that is aqueous solution. Aqueous solutions of sodium sulfate, a conical flask, a test tube, a measuring cylinders, a cork and a weighing balance. Now this is your conical flask. This is your conical flask. This is the test tube. This is your weighing balance. Okay. Now procedure. First, take 10 milliliter of barium chloride solution in a measuring cylinder and pour it into the conical flask. So this is your barium chloride solutions in the conical flask. Okay. Take 10 milliliter of sodium sulfate solution in measuring cylinder and pour it into the conical flask. Now this is the test tube. This is of course 10 milliliter of sodium sulfate in the test tube. These two solutions are clear in nature, but to make a distinguish between that two solutions, I have depicted is the solid wedge. This is sodium sulfate solution in a test tube. This is barium chloride solutions in conical flux. Now keep the test tube inside the conical flux carefully. You have to keep the test tube in the conical flux carefully, and make sure that the two solutions do not mix. In this case, the two solutions do not mix. Now put the cork on the flask. This is the cork. Next step, measure the weight of the flask with its contents on a weighing balance and note it down. This is your weighing balance. Imaginary we have used that 200.22 gram. This is the weighing balance. Okay. So this is the first setup of this experiment, initial setup of this experiment. Na2CO, Na2SO4 solution in the test tube, barium chloride solution in the conical flask, weighing balance. You have to weight this one. Next, now tilt the flask so that the two solutions get mixed. You have to tilt the flask so the two solutions, that means sodium sulfate solution and barium chloride solution, will mix properly. Sodium sulfate reacts with barium chloride to form white precipitate of barium sulfate. Okay. So when sodium sulfate react with barium chloride, it will form a white precipitate of barium sulfate. Precipitate means the insoluble solid formed between two solutions, between reactions of two solutions. And sodium chloride, which is soluble in water, forms aqueous solutions of sodium chloride. And the chemical reactions involved during this change, barium chloride BaCl2 aqueous solution plus Na2SO4 aqueous solution, it will produce BaSO4 solid. This depicted as a white precipitate, and 2 NaCl solution. What a solution is there? Now measure the weight of the product's form. You have to measure this weight of the product. And observations, you will observe that the mass of the reactants before the reaction, that means the whole setup, and the mass of the products formed after the reaction, this is the whole setup after the reaction, after treating this conical flask, after mixing Na2SO4 and barium chloride solution, the mass will be equal. That means 200.22 gram will be equal to 200.22 gram. It is imaginary number. So with the help of this activity, you can conclude that mass of the reactants will becomes equal to the mass of the products after the chemical reaction. That means the law of conservation of mass is verified. So in this today's class, we have discussed about law of conservation of mass, their activity to prove that law of conservation of mass, the chemical reactions involved, the procedure, observation, and finally the conclusion. So we come at the end of this chapter matter.